Many young people dream of travelling the world, longing to explore new cultures, meet people from different walks of life, and discover the beauty and mystery of far-off places. For some, this dream remains a distant hope, but for Catherine Johannet, a bright and adventurous young American, it became a reality. Fueled by curiosity and a love of exploration, Catherine set off to experience the world beyond her borders, embracing the excitement and freedom that comes with solo travel. 23-year-old Catherine Johannet was born to Chris Johannet and Alice Medallia and raised in Edgemont in Westchester, New York. Catherine graduated from Edgemont High School in 2011 and furthermore graduated from Columbia University in 2015. Despite being just 23 years old, she had already enjoyed the sights and sounds of 6 of the world's continents. Based on her LinkedIn profile, she interned in the US and Portugal and spent over a year teaching in Vietnam between July 2015 and October 2016. In early February of 2017, Catherine, who had a deep passion for hiking and travelling, visited Panama while backpacking through Central America. Specifically, Catherine stayed at a hostel in Bocas del Toro village on Colon Island. She hoped to visit Bastimentos Island, one of Panama's largest islands. The island is located in Bocas del Toro and just a short water taxi ride from Colon Island. It's known for its pristine beaches, rich biodiversity, and Afro-Antillean culture. The island is home to Bastimentos Island National Marine Park, featuring jungles, mangroves, and the Zapatillas Key. Popular spots include Polo Beach, Coral Key for snorkeling, and the Red Frog Beach Resort. True crime enthusiasts often associate Bocas del Toro with the mysterious 2014 disappearance of Dutch students Chris Kramers and Lisanna Froon. After embarking on a hike near Boquete, the women vanished, prompting a massive search effort. Weeks later, a local woman discovered Froon's backpack by a riverbank in the Bocas del Toro province, containing personal items and their phones. Subsequent searches uncovered scattered human remains, which DNA tests confirmed belonged to the missing women. Despite various theories, including accidental injury, foul play, and supernatural causes, the exact circumstances of their deaths remain unresolved, rendering the case a subject of ongoing intrigue and speculation. On Thursday, the 2nd of February 2017, according to her sister Laura, Catherine had an afternoon trip organised on Red Frog Beach on Bastimentos Island. However, hostel employees became concerned when Catherine did not return later to the premises as expected. She was last seen at approximately 10 a.m. that day on Colon Island. Her final post on social media was made on Instagram and dated January 28, 2017. It was a smiley self-portrait in the ocean at San Blas Islands, along with the caption, quote, "I found paradise and it's called Isla Ina." As the search for Catherine began, missing person flyers were distributed throughout the island and beyond, with the director of Panama's emergency services also sharing the flyer on his Twitter account. On Sunday, February 5th, at approximately 2:11 p.m, along a woodland hiking trail near the beach on Bastimentos Island, the body of Catherine Johannet was discovered by a police officer. Panamanian news outlets reported that her autopsy concluded that she had been asphyxiated by a pink swimsuit cover-up, which belonged to her. She also suffered a head injury caused by a rock. Her family flew to Panama and positively identified the body. Prensa reported that following this, 8 people were detained by Panamanian authorities. In an official statement, Superintendent Dr. Victoria Newell expressed the deep sorrow felt by the Edgemont school community following the heartbreaking news. Quote, "The Edgemont school community is saddened by this tragic news. Catherine was a joyous and bright young woman with a promising future ahead of her. Edgemont was Catherine's home for so many years, and it's so distressing to learn of her passing. We have her and her family in our thoughts and prayers during this very difficult time." Catherine's brother Paul posted on social media, quote, "She was a world traveller. By the age of 23, she had already visited 6 continents and innumerable countries, including a recent 18-month trip to Vietnam, where she taught English literature to local students. She was cheerful, adventurous, thoughtful, and warm, all qualities I strive towards. I'll always look up to my youngest sister." Catherine's sister, Laura, stated, quote, "My family is thinking of all our beautiful memories with our laughing, adventurous, warm little girl. She was always there to listen to you and just enjoy life with her loved ones." At her memorial service on the 11th of February at Scarsdale Congregational Church, Alice Medallia, Catherine's mother, recalled, quote, "She was an explorer of people, places, and ideas. Catherine had a knack for being in the moment." Catherine was further remembered by her father, Chris, and her older sister, Laura, for her deep affection for people and storytelling. They fondly looked back on family travels to Cape Cod and the Austrian Alps. At the time, the family had begun preparing for a journey to Antarctica, Catherine's final unvisited continent. Paul, Catherine's brother, recounted a poignant memory with the congregation from the family's trip to Panama during their search for her. He described standing on an observation deck overlooking the Panama Canal when a breeze swept through, sharing, quote, "At that moment, a breeze picked up, and I believe and hope that breeze was her." Catherine's funeral service included French and Brazilian music in honour of her fluency in both languages. The ceremony also featured poetry readings, among them a piece by Emily Dickinson, one of Catherine's favourite poets. According to the local outlet Panama America, the FBI became involved in the investigation and identified a possible link to the 2014 unsolved deaths of Lisanna Froon and Chris Kremers, who disappeared on a separate hiking trail. The report indicated that authorities were exploring the theory of a serial killer operating in the region. Catherine's body was discovered roughly 35 miles from where the remains of Lisanna and Chris were found. This theory, however, was soon discarded when, in October of 2017, it was reported that an 18-year-old was arrested on Cayo de Agua Island and charged with the murder of Catherine Johannet, following the discovery and analysis of DNA evidence from the crime scene. A total of 211 blood samples were collected in the efforts to identify the suspect. These samples were analysed for DNA matches at the Biomolecular Analysis Laboratory of the Institute of Legal Medicine and Forensic Sciences in Panama Province. The suspect was 17 at the time and therefore could not be publicly named as a minor. He was later convicted on charges of sexual assault, robbery, and murder. Panama's prosecutors quickly filed an appeal, seeking a harsher sentence for the murder, arguing that the teenage perpetrator had committed multiple crimes, as reported by several media outlets. He was first sentenced to 12 years imprisonment. However, the prosecution's appeal was successful, and his sentence was extended to 24 years, doubling the original sentence. Catherine's mother condemned the original sentence, calling it, quote, "a message that women can be raped and killed without suffering an appropriate penalty," according to a report in Panama. She further stated, quote, "It is an insult to women, families, and all good people with the message that such a horrendous crime has such minimal consequences." At Columbia University, where Catherine graduated, the Catherine Medallia Johannet Memorial Prizes in Comparative Literature and Society were, quote, created by family and friends in memory of Catherine Medallia Johannet, a medicine, literature and society major, CC 15, consistent with Catherine's interest in literature and its use in effecting change in society. 1 to 2 prizes will be awarded annually to a comparative literature and society or medical humanities major who has written a distinguished senior thesis that demonstrates the highest academic rigour, creativity and engagement with ethical questions. Regarding the second prize, quote, there is also a Catherine Medallia Johannet Summer Intern Fellowship awarded annually to a CLS or Med-Hum major. The fellowship supports volunteering at organisations that offer summer internships or work opportunities relevant to the fields of literature or medical humanities. Though Catherine's life was tragically cut short, she filled her years with adventure, curiosity and a deep appreciation for the world around her. She travelled widely, embracing new cultures, languages and experiences that many never encounter in a lifetime. Her vibrant spirit and love for life left a lasting impression on those who knew her. While her absence is deeply felt by her family and friends, the memories of her kindness and joyful soul will forever live on in their hearts.